Welcome back to the podcast, Midwest Sad Boys Podcast, episode 16. Wow. 16. Holy shit, buddy. That's insane.
We are almost legal.
We're so close. We're so close to legal. It's unreal.
Men, just wait 2 more episodes and then you can have us for all of our glory.
Man, but episode 15 was a great time. I personally, listening back to that episode, I love that one.
It was a good one to listen back to.
That was a good one. That one felt good, and I've got a lot of good feedback on it. And again, we don't look at numbers really like too heavily, but good. You don't look at numbers at all. I do.
You're right. I don't look at anything.
But good.
I just
good response
show
from
up.
it, so
I show up, say some goofy stuff.
Look good for the camera.
Things that make Jason's nibblings wish that they didn't listen to the episode.
I hope that they listened to just that one part of the last episode, just for that.
And then I go home and he does all the work.
Hey, I asked for it.
It's tough being the pretty one. I'm kidding. You're the pretty one, baby.
No.
You're pretty to me.
Stop it.
Stop
Not
it.
on camera.
Stop it. You're gonna make me You're gonna have to adjust the white balance. You're blushing.
I know. I'm so red. You can't see it under the beard, but I'm blushing so hard.
Gotta turn down that hue and saturation.
Yeah, just pull it out in the mix. But
so we'll have to listen back and see if we sound any different now. Shout out to the other Jason at Sweetwater hooking us up, because this Jason did some behind the scenes work, and the other Jason at Sweetwater hooked us up with a cool new mixer soundboard thingy. I'd love to show you, but if I touch the camera, Jason will smack me off camera.
It's
so
the
I won't touch it.
The Rodecaster Pro Mark II. I was selling at Sweetwater, I believe, when the original Rodecaster came out, and the pod mics that we're using. So for anybody who listens who's into the audio side of things, this is what we're using for our setup. It sounds really, really good. I'm a big fan of it. And we finally have a more professional mixer dedicated for podcasting. Before, I was using Universal Audio Apollo Aero for everything, and just going into Logic. But I know this is over the head of most people.
Omelette du fromage. Did y'all hear him talking French? Because I just spoke French.
Yeah, but either way, we're getting the podcast studio more built up specifically for what we're doing and what we need, and it gives us the ability to have guests on the show
soon enough.
So we're going to figure out behind the scenes how to do all that stuff, do a few test runs, and one day soon there's going to be a guest on the podcast, and you could even be a guest on the podcast if you are interesting.
If you are boring, get fucked. You know what also is great for podcast? Speaking of, today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening to that ad. Hope you loved that. If you listen to it enough, we might make money.
Yeah, you just keep replaying that part over and over. Don't listen to the rest of the episode, just that part, because that's the part that Spotify cares about.
If you really care about us, just loop that a lot. Or
you don't actually have to do that.
Yeah, or maybe you could just, do a subscription. Apparently that's a thing.
That was one of those things that we said.
Yeah, we said
we were told to say.
Yeah, there's there was things that have been going on behind the scenes. We've hit a bunch of numbers, and we did really well. We hit it pretty fast once we started doing this consistently, and because of all of you.
Yes, you are the most important part. Just because we sit here and talk and say funny things, it doesn't mean shit unless people listen to it.
Yep.
So again, I know we say it episode after episode, but for you to take time out of your day to listen to us say dumb shit, it truly means a lot.
Week after week, it's an awesome feeling. So thank you.
So now that we have gotten all of our legal obligations out of the way,
paying the bills,
I'm gonna piss some people off here.
I'm so ready.
So I don't remember how many episodes ago it was, but I said that I have never seen the Harry Potter movies.
Oh yeah.
So behind the scenes, Megan and I busted out all 8 of them.
That's right.
So I finished them last night, and boy, do I have some hot takes.
I'm so ready.
Overall, I think the movies are overhyped. I think that the first 3 films, kind of trash. 4 is when they start to get good. I don't really have much to say about 5. I don't really remember it. 6 was probably my favorite one. 6 was banging.
Which one was? I don't remember all the names.
6 is the Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
Because there's a big, I wouldn't say a big twist, but I did not see that coming, and I'm not going to spoil it because it was never spoiled for me.
Because clearly there are people who have never seen Harry Potter in 2023.
Yeah,
so good job.
6 was really good. I think 7 was better than 8, and I think 8 was honestly a fucking letdown.
I think it was a bad finale to the whole.
The whole series, they built this guy up to be like the most baddest mamma jamma wizard that ever wizarded. And like,
Never wizarded.
yeah, that ever wizarded. And then he gets the god wand and he's like, and then nothing happens. And then, so yeah, what is it? Part 7 or part 1 of book 7 is Harry, Ron, and Hermione looking for the Horcruxes. And that was honestly way cooler than the final battle. Because, like, each Horcrux had, like, a different little puzzle to it. And they had to figure out how to kill him, which was sick. And, like, and then, what's his nuts again gets the God Wand. And then at the very end, they're just, like, lightsaber tip touching. Because literally Harry Potter is just Star Wars with young children and wands instead of lightsabers. Fight me. You can't tell me I'm wrong because it is true. Orphan boy meets super old, like genius wizard guy. They have little lightsaber wands that they fight in. It's all the same movie. Change my mind. They blow up the castle, like they blow up the Death Star. Spoilers. It's all the same movie. Anyhow, he shows up at the end, and then he fights the dude with no nose, and all of a sudden, like, he just falls over, and you're like, that's it? And then spoilers, the flash forward at the very, very end, the 20-year flash forward, the making 16, 17-year-old, however they were, making 16, 17-year-olds look like they're 35 wasn't in my opinion, smartest move. Because the age ups didn't do it.
Yeah.
Harry looks like a crackhead. And what is it? Draco. Draco looks like he's like 75. And Ginny got fat. I'm sorry, but like Ginny was kind of cute. And then 20 years and 2 kids later, and you're like, ugh. So yeah, hot take. I don't think Harry Potter was that good.
I really like the movies. Again, like we said before, like I never read the books. Mm-hmm. I liked the movies. I agree, though. Like I said, as they go on, they get a little bit darker. They kind of find their so like the first 3. They were fine.
They were movies that were ever made.
They were younger kids.
Yeah.
The voices were higher pitched. They're a little bit kind of harder to listen to. But as they go on, it's like they already have a ton of story. Mm-hmm. They already have really developed characters. And now they're finally starting to see like the resolution to certain things, better build-ups to certain things. And it's more like the peak of the series. And then it just finishes from there. So yeah, I agree with you. 4 on.
Yeah, they really catch their stride in 4. 5 really sets up 6. 6 is banging. 7 is great, and then 8 kind of falls on its face. But
yeah, just like season 8 of Game of Thrones. Just
You mean the season of 4 episodes of nothing but pitch black?
Yeah. Oh God, I remember when that happened, when that episode happened, they're like, all these people were like, it wasn't that bad, blah blah blah. Just turn the brightness up on your TV. It's like, I'm sorry, the fact that you just said turn the brightness up on your TV shows you that there was a problem.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to adjust my settings based upon the episode.
Did I brighten my TV the other 7 seasons? No, because somebody made a mistake.
Yep.
Like
they done did goofed. Goofed.
And what's really funny, since we're on Game of Thrones now, years ago, I told after that series ended, I told Joe Schaefer, you know him as well.
Yeah.
I told him that I would absolutely never watch another Game of Thrones series again.
Did you watch House of Dragons?
So Joe texted me. He's like, "You watch House of Dragons?" We were just talking. And I was like, "Yeah, I watched it." And he's like, "You what?"
You liar.
I mean, this is like 3 years later.
He remembered.
He sent me the video where he got me on video saying
the receipts.
He sent me the video saying like it was trash, blah blah blah. I will never watch another Game of Thrones again. Never, ever.
Boom, roasted right after episode 1.
Like he sent it so fast.
He had
like
it
he knew, like he was ready to send me that. I'm like,
busted.
Damn, it's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and then I also watched Game of Thrones far after it ended too. Like I want to say the final season happened, and I still waited like an additional year before someone was like, "You should watch Game of Thrones," and I was like,
You should
"All right."
really watch it.
And Game of Thrones was all right. It definitely got good, and then it got shit. So I don't know.
I think the first like maybe 3 seasons, 4 seasons
It's
were
also
really good.
Maybe
but
it's just me, but like I can't stand shows that are government with a side of something else, and that's all Game of Thrones.
It definitely
is. It's
became
just-
that.
Yeah, it's just like medieval government.
Who's the rightful heir to the like what
The throne,
Okay,
yeah, to the heir of the throne and the right to the house, and it's like, is this modern day U.S.? Like, well, why are we fighting? Just
Yeah.
fucking whip out some dragons and like wizard.
whip up some
shit up.
dragons and some wizards and some lightsabers and
when
just do the thing.
Every show's the same. They're all the same. We don't have original ideas anymore. So,
Same concept, different characters.
yeah, dude, it's all the same. Nothing's real. Everything's made up. So because I told my coworker who had suggested I watch Harry Potter. I told her, and she was a little disappointed in my opinion of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And she said that she has never seen Star Wars because I made the joke that it's the same show or same movie, whatever. And she was like, well, maybe I should watch Star Wars. So like I was kind of talking about Star Wars and how you got to watch them in this order or you can watch them in this order, chronological versus release. And then if you want to sprinkle in the solo movies like
Right.
the Rogue One and Solo.
Rogue One was so good.
Yeah, and I was like, here, just at least watch 2 films. Watch Rogue One and watch Episode 4. And if you don't like those, don't waste your time on any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like Rogue One and Episode 4, Star Wars is going to rock.
Because that gives you a whole bunch of like backstory on like the universe itself, the different types of characters,
And then the
like,
ending of Rogue One, oh, dude.
This is a great movie.
And then if you just immediately watch Episode 4 after it, it's like, holy cow, nerdgasm. Yeah. But we're not here to talk about movies all day. But yeah, I had to let everyone know. I don't think Harry Potter's overrated. Sorry, I said it.
Well, hey man, it happens.
What's another movie that I like that everybody else hates? I want other people to tell me that my movie choices are wrong.
What's your favorite movie?
Here we go. Really? Controversial opinion. My favorite movie of all time is Zombieland 1.
I don't know if that's favorite movie category.
I didn't say it's the best movie ever. I said it's
No,
my
I know.
favorite movie.
It was a really good movie, and I think it was like decently original, and it was around the same time as like Walking Dead and the whole big like zombie like rise in pop culture.
Yep. Another one of my top 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Great movie.
Hot Rod.
Oh,
Dude, see,
Great
you had
movie.
nothing bad to say about the movies I like.
great movie.
They're all so good.
Me and Taylor watched that probably like a year or 2 ago. She had never seen it, and I was like,
So
"What?
good.
I
So
love Hot
good.
Rod.
This is my hat now. Totally mine.
I love Hot Rod.
Dude, I quote Hot Rod so often. Anyhow, whiskey. Why are you saying it that way? What am I saying? What way? So good. All right, so those are what? 3 of my top 5. I don't.
Yeah.
What else do I really like? What else? Ooh, I like. Is it the first Tremors or maybe it's Tremors 2? I like one of the Tremors movies a lot.
Didn't we watch one of those at Best Buy one day?
Maybe probably in
Because
the break room.
Like, yeah, it was on in the break room, and you were like sending me snaps of it or something.
no, that was the Power Rangers movie.
That was Power Rangers.
It was the original
but
Power
I came back
Rangers.
to watch for my lunch. We watched Tremors, and you were
Yeah.
explaining the whole backstory of like what
Dude,
happened.
Tremors is so good.
Yeah,
It's got Burt Reynolds.
it was good. It was good.
Underground worms that will eat you alive. Like, what? It's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Please be kind to me in the comments when you make fun of all the movies that I like. I really tried to not say a lot of mean things about Harry Potter. Please don't say mean
I
things.
feel like you weren't mean.
Yeah, I was honest.
the dude with no nose, like what?
Got your nose.
I mean,
Can you just like superimpose his face when I do that?
do it again.
When he gets the little wand, he's like, or whatever the hell he
I'm
says.
definitely
I don't even
putting
remember
it-
what the damn spell is called. Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah.
So yeah, Harry Potter, man. It was one of those 8 movies that ever were. They were good. I think if I had to pick a house, because I know someone's going to ask, I think I'd be a Ravenclaw.
I can see that.
Yeah. My coworker, she broke down all the house attributes, and I think I'd be a Ravenclaw. Let me know what you think I would be. What house are you?
Yeah, I don't. Which one was I on the Hogwarts game? Hogwarts Legacy.
Is it good? Well, you said it's good
Yeah, I just got the broom and I just stopped playing the story.
because it's fun to fly around.
It is. Was it Hufflepuff? Is that the one?
That's one of the other ones.
I think that's the one that it picked for me, and I was like, "All right, sure."
It doesn't let you pick.
No,
It
you
actually
can.
sends
You
through the
can.
sorting
You
hat?
can. But I was like, "All right, sure, whatever."
Yeah.
I don't care. I was still working at Yelp. I was technically supposed to be making phone calls, but like I was sitting there on my PlayStation playing on the other screen.
Nah.
So,
Nah.
yeah,
Semantics. Potato.
yeah.
What did you had something written down?
So I did want to talk to you about it because we had talked a little bit, like when you were talking about wanting to jump out of a plane once you reach like a weight loss.
Oh,
goal.
yeah.
And
I'm almost there.
And I gotta say, man, I was watching back on some of the original TikTok videos that we did 2 years ago, which is
Wild.
insane.
Wild.
When I was like, "Hey, we could do a podcast."
And then there's us using our phone front-facing cameras.
Front-facing cameras.
It was like propped up on a Mountain Dew can, so that
And then you
got to start from somewhere.
And then we had the mic, like my microphone had like that the dead cat on there. It was just like covering my whole face. And then yours, you had like the stand with the pop screen in front.
Yeah, and I was just like holding it weird like the whole time. Hey man, you got to start somewhere.
Dude,
the only
it
way
really is.
to start, or the only way to like get good at something is to just start.
Just to start.
Just start.
Just do it.
Because you'll figure out immediately. You'll figure out what doesn't work, and you'll know how to make it better. And the only way to get better is to keep being bad at it. It's as simple as that.
Until you're not.
Yeah, until you're just not bad at it.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're
Yeah.
still shitty at it, but we look better now.
Yeah. But with that said, like I was looking back at the videos, I'm like, man, because you mentioned like your weight loss journey a little bit and like working out and eating better and like drinking water. Yeah.
My chin's gone.
Yeah.
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 It's
like
wild.
Like I like 'cause like we said, like I see you weekly. So
Yeah.
like I don't notice
Yeah,
like how
a
much
little
of
change every
yeah,
day.
like and it was like that's a pretty dramatic difference.
I'd
Like,
say from 2 years ago, I'm down 30 pounds.
dude, that's yeah. So
I was 260 at my heaviest, which is I recognize as not heavy by means, but like that's heavy for me. That's the heaviest I've ever been. And to be down 30 pounds in 2 years, I'll take it.
When I lost 30 pounds from my surgery, I lost all the weight under my chin and all. And I see that in some of our other TikTok videos, but like, I weigh like 290 right now.
But you're also like twice my size.
I know I'm like technically a giant, but like
it's all spread out.
I know, but,
Mine is
like-
located right here. It's all just right there.
But that's the thing is like I feel uncomfortable. So this is what's making me want to do the change. Like besides being inspired by like what you're doing, I'm like man, I need to feel better.
Yeah.
I want to lose weight. I want to like get in like at one point 2017, I was in like the best shape of my life.
Dude, remember when you and Jake were, or was it Nick? You guys were doing like your urban push-up thing.
Oh, it was Jake. It was Jake.
Was
Yeah,
it Jake?
Vigilante push-ups.
Dude, that shit was silly at the time, but like it was sick. You guys were just like doing like hundreds of push-ups in like Taco Bell parking lot, just ripping out 50 real quick.
Dude,
it was wild.
We were doing like we would send each other texts. We would do like 30 and
Yep.
send a text 30. We were doing minimum like 100, 150 push-ups a day.
You're insane.
My
I can
arms
do
looked
15.
My arms looked so good back then. My chest was like, oh, so
you
nice.
do the Terry Crews titty dance?
Yeah, I see, but I got to get back to it. But so that being said, I've cut out energy drinks.
Good.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Hey.
And like with the job that I have, like we know, like I drive around a lot, get tired driving, staring at the road. I was getting energy drinks like twice a day,
That, yeah.
and like,
Not even so much your weight health. That's just not good for your inside health.
well, and so
Can't wait for you to be like, yo, dude, I'm pissing out kidney stones.
What? And so, like, I'll tell you, like, the one night, I think it was the night that I watched SummerSlam. That day, I think that was the last time I had one.
Yeah.
I had like 2 energy drinks and like a thing of like Coke, whatever. Like when I went to bed that night, my heart felt like I was just. It
This
was
shit is
it
just
was
so-
going, and I was like, dude, I do not feel right. Like I can't keep doing this. That's when I stopped doing energy drinks. I did not have any. Like, yesterday was the last day that I had any pop.
Now I still drink pop. Like when we go to dinner, I'll have a pop because
Right.
like it's like a little treat, and
So-
plus like it still tastes good.
So like I still want to.
Yeah.
But I also get like pretty bad like acid reflux or like heartburn or whatever from that. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cut it out. Like I know it's like that makes it even harder doing it cold turkey like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need to just so I can feel better. So you drink the Gamer Sups
Shout out to GamerSups, not a sponsor, maybe yet.
maybe one day.
Yo, but I mean, between big titty anime girl cups and delicious caffeine powder water, dude, I mean, yeah, I've cut out pop, I've cut out energy drinks, like you said. Dude, I've been drinking this stuff for like a year now. I'm so happy I started.
Well, and like you sent me the link and I was reading into it a little more, and it's like there's a whole bunch of like different like vitamins and like stuff in it.
It's
So
all
like,
the same shit that's
like-
in an energy drink.
but it's like good for you.
Yeah.
It's just water. And so I did buy some of that today. I'm very excited. Should have it in like
Probably
2
tomorrow.
days or yeah, it's like shipping from like Tennessee or something. So I'm very excited about that. But
What flavor did you get?
I got the blood orange.
That was one flavor. That's like a newer one. I haven't tried it, so I'm interested when it shows up.
It
I'll
had
be-
good reviews.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like blood orange lemonade and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try it. It can't be. I can't be bad.
Yeah.
To where I won't drink it. Like
Right.
they wouldn't sell it if it was bad.
Yeah, some of their other flavors are questionable.
Yeah,
But I'm just being real.
It should be fine. Like the ones you sent me, like I'm probably still gonna get those eventually.
Yeah, dude, the
But-
strawberry lemonade, banging all
Yeah.
day, every day.
But yeah, blood orange. It sounds great. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that, and then also drinking water just regularly. I'm trying, and then I'm gonna try and start working out more. Just kind of build into, but with like all the back problems and physical ailments that I have, like it's just a little hard. So I think
Yeah,
if I
but
feel
you start
better
small.
from diet, maybe I can. But either way, that's
you-
all from.
Yeah, dude. If you start small on the exercise, like the exercise you can build up to something, like Megan and I, I've told you we like redid our garage and we like got the projector and we got some little AstroTurf. We work out, I'd say like 2 or 3 times a week, and we just toss on like a 10-minute video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's I don't know, she finds this girl, she's got this whole workout channel, and like she has 10 minutes that like targets one like muscle group. Like we did a lower core workout the other day where we were just laying on our back and we are doing all kinds of like leg raises and shit. And like the next day, like I like bent over and I was like, oh God, but that means it's working. So
You did something right.
yeah, right. Like I worked out my core for the first time in God knows how long. So like, hey, it's working. So dude,
Yeah.
10 minutes a day, that's huge.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back into it, man. I'm feeling inspired. So
Pop off, brother.
I'm looking forward to it.
The only way to feel better is to start today. It's as simple as that.
I'm gonna start probably tomorrow, but like
Well, you started today by not drinking bad stuff.
that's
And
no,
the
that's
start.
true. I did drink Prime, but that's not bad.
That's water. I mean, it's
It's
highly
coconut water,
sugar
There's
water.
literally there's what?
Oh, it
There's
might not
one,
say.
1 gram of sugar.
It might not say sugar, but there is some sweetener in that. And I'm sure GamerSups has also some crazy sweetener in it too. That's probably causes brain cancer or something.
There's
I don't know,
probably-
but.
I don't know what any of these things are, honestly.
So last week's episode was about Lil Man going to school. How was his first week?
Oh, dude, he was super pumped. One of his friends from daycare is actually in his class,
Oh, sick.
so he was happy.
Got a little homie.
Yep. He likes his teacher. Dude got a donut for breakfast his first day, so like starting the day off great.
How many kids were jealous of that sick backpack?
I don't know. I don't know. He didn't really say anything about
How
it.
fast
but-
did he run in his new shoes?
Oh, it was
So
very
fast.
fast. Yeah. But today he got to ride the bus. Got him on the bus. He just walked. Like he just left. Like there was no hesitation. He was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, bus?"
I get on this strange vehicle
He
and
was, dude. He was so pumped because we went to the bus stop, and all the like 3 buses went by. He's like, "It's got to be that one." Nope, not that one.
psych.
His bus is number 69.
Nice.
But he got on the bus, look, with no issues, and then apparently like, and I feel bad because
It really just kind of goes.
Yeah,
down
he
the
gets on the
street.
he gets on the bus. It goes one stop at the end of our street, comes back up, and then goes to the school. So he's on the bus for like 5 minutes, and then whenever he leaves school, he gets on the bus,
starts right here.
and there's 2 stops.
Hey,
But
an experience.
he gets to ride the bus.
Yeah.
So he's excited. But yeah, it definitely is going good. He gets tomorrow off.
yeah, because of fucking rain. What?
Yeah. So when you're
Whatever.
listening to this is last week, but the whole
the hurricanes
hurricane
are hitting.
remnants, tropical storm.
And there's the 2 hurricanes that are coming together, and they're having a little hurricane baby, and they're gonna make a big old tropical storm, which is gonna blow its load all over the East Coast. Tell me I'm wrong.
Dude, you need to be a meteorologist.
I'm no weatherologist.
I'm no
but
weatherologist.
Shit's fuck. It's gonna rain.
Yeah, why is it a meteorologist? It's not nothing.
Meteor?
It's nothing about meteors. It's literally about weather.
True. That's very true.
What's meteorology? Why
I
is it
feel
about
like
weather, not
meteorology is
actually
what
rocks?
like an astronomer should be called. That's a meteorologist.
But then, like, what's funny is they close tomorrow for that, right?
Yeah.
But then,
Why aren't like work and stuff closed?
right? But like, it's gonna stop raining at like it was like 8 a.m.
Yeah, right.
They've been at school for an hour by then. So like, why are they already closed? and
they're closed-
They're on a hill. You closed 2 days early.
Yeah, right. The rain will inevitably just run off the hill.
It's literally school, hill, road. Like it's just gonna go to the road. Kids are safe.
Yeah, hey man, we don't make the rules.
I know. But I mean, I guess there's so many things that could happen, power outages or whatever, but like, dog, 2 days early.
Yeah, right. They're closing today for tomorrow, which is wild.
Like I still gotta work.
yeah, that's
gotta-
what I'm saying. When do I get an adult snow day? Like, come on.
Live in the wrong state for that.
We didn't get snow. We didn't get adult snow days when we lived in Ohio.
I got 2 in Indiana.
That's it. 2 for the
When we had
6 years you lived
state
there.
of emergency days.
Yeah. In the 6 years you lived there. Now I will admit, the first year we moved to North Carolina, Megan and I did get a snow day because it snowed like an inch, and down here, dude, these people lose their minds.
Yeah.
The second a snowflake touches the ground, they're like, "Hold everything! Get to the grocery store! Milk, bread, water, peanut butter. Lock it down. We ain't going nowhere." And you're
Yep.
like, "Dog, it's like 35 degrees outside. There's like 1 snowflake on the ground. What are you freaking out
I'm
for?"
just driving by the people freaking out and going to Chipotle, get a burrito.
Dude, they got their 4-way flashers on. They're going 10 on the highway. And us Ohio Midwest boys were like, windows down.
Yeah.
60.
35? This is great. Throw on a hoodie and
Yeah.
my Crocs. I'm going to go to Chipotle. Dude, I mean, I got 4-wheel drive in the Jeep, so like, I'd be fine. But like,
Me, fucking Tokyo Drift in the Civi.
yeah, right. But and I mean, I guess it's because like in Ohio and Indiana and stuff, like they like treat the roads. And
Yeah,
stuff.
they also have the infrastructure to like lay down the salt and plow. Down here, that shit doesn't exist. I get it. We're memeing. I understand. But for real talk, let's talk for a second. Who do we got to write a letter to up in Congress, House of Representatives? I don't know how it all works. Who the fuck do I got to write a letter to get some goddamn reflective paint on these fucking roads, dude?
Yeah.
It rains and you can't see shit. You can't see the lines. You can't see arrows. You're literally freeballing it out there.
You're hoping for the little reflectors in the middle of the road if
Yeah.
they have them.
And I got glasses and I got an astigmatism. So like that shit, I'm literally operating my car blind, basically, in the rain. It's terrifying.
Hoping for the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was it? It was like 2 weeks or so ago when we had like a heavy rain. I was driving back from work, like working in Raleigh, and like I threw my 4-ways on because the rain was like I can see 12 feet ahead of me.
Yeah.
So like I throw the 4-ways on, and I'm just like I see the car in front of me, and I'm just kind of like watching the white line on the side of the road, like, okay, I'm just gonna
Hope for the best.
Because in my work car, a Ford Fusion, it's got like the lane assist.
Yeah.
So I can see like it's green on both sides. So I'm like,
I'm fine.
clearly the cameras see that I'm in the middle of the lane,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to trust it.
Yeah, you know, what's a little technology?
I mean, trusting Ford with my life probably isn't the best idea, but whatever.
So, we were talking about your little homie going to school.
Yeah.
When do you think he's going to develop his first gambling addiction?
For his gambling addiction?
So I ask you, when did you develop your first gambling addiction? I'll tell you the answer if you can't think of it. The answer is Pokemon cards.
Oh,
The first time you collected them.
I thought you were going to say Borderlands 2.
at the casino machine.
The slot machine.
No, that's rigged. No, it's Pokemon cards. Think about it. Every pack
Yeah.
you buy, it's randomized, and you're always searching for the next big one. It's literally gambling. And we have been conditioned since children age, to like be okay with gambling.
You know, I will say that's a very good point, because when I got back into collecting cards again a few years ago, like when I worked at Best Buy, I was buying a bunch of them.
Yeah, you were putting some serious.
Those-
I mean, you found some really good cards. and
Yeah.
you probably made most of your money back.
Maybe.
I'm trying to be nice here,
I
Taylor doesn't.
love the optimism.
I'm just trying to say good things so Taylor doesn't freak out.
Yeah, I
you
love
made
the
most
optimism.
of your money back.
Yep. So much of it back. But yeah, like, I mean, I'll go buy like GameStop each month. I get $5 for the pro reward membership or whatever.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
yeah.
cool. I didn't
so
know that.
you pay $25 for
For
the
a
whole
year.
year. They give you $5 a month as like a reward to go in and buy whatever you want. So free pack of Pokemon cards.
Oh, sick.
So I'll go in and buy like 3, only pay for 2. It's like $9, whatever. It's
Yeah.
great. But
That's how they get you.
right. But it's the thing. It's like I'll go and I'll buy a few packs and it's like I'll get nothing. I'm like, dang. And then I'll buy a few more like
Next month.
2-3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy nearly like what I used to. Recently I bought a few because of a new set
Mm-hmm.
and it was cool. But either way, yeah, it's like, man, I just spent like $20 or $15 and it's like over the course of a few months, it's like, man, I'd spent like $100 in Pokemon cards in the last like 4 months, which by all means is not a lot.
No.
Compared to what a lot of people do.
Like all those YouTuber dudes, man,
Yeah.
they are putting down coin on those boxes.
And well, dude, I watch people who are like, okay, I'm gonna open 3,000 packs until I can get the full set complete. And he like, there's one channel I watch. His videos are so entertaining. He's great, PokeRev. But he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do a live stream all day until I complete this set.
Wow.
13 hours later,
Wow.
And-
That's
yeah.
impressive.
but it's like 2,000-3,000
Right. and
packs.
You figure opening a pack of cards is like rip, open, 1, 2, 3, 4, flip for the rare. And that was what? 20 seconds,
But-
maybe?
So in these ones, he doesn't even do the card trick. He just like opens it, boom, boom,
Phantom,
boom, boom,
yeah.
done, and it just goes. But like, it's kind of crazy. But so if people who don't know me, I'm a big fan of the Pokemon Umbreon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have basically just started, instead of buying packs of cards, I just buy the Umbreon cards that I want,
yeah.
because a lot of them are older and
Cut out the
they're-
filler.
Right, it's exactly it. Instead of like.
I'm gonna spend $50. I might as well spend $50 and get
On
the
the
card
one
I
thing
want
that I want,
instead
right.
of maybe getting a card.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have like a pretty decent collection of Umbreon cards now over the last year and a half, 2 year, whatever it is. But yeah, like, man, it is absolutely like gambling, because it's like,
Dude.
here's all these chances. How many chances do you want? I want 10 chances.
Yep.
Cool. That's going to be $45. And then it could just be nothing.
It's literally IRL microtransactions.
Yeah. I don't like that.
The only reason I bring that up is because my brothers have recently got me and Megan into that Monopoly Go
Oh,
on the phone, which I'm sure everybody's playing it. But like, I was just looking at it the other day, and there's like 4 or 5 buttons that are like, click here, and it's like $2, $2, $2, $2, and you just get all kinds of like stuff in this game. And I was like, damn, like, there's people who are actually spending money on these games, and I'm not telling you that you're right or wrong. I used to fall victim to gacha games, and that's okay. Like, I'm better. I'm a recovering addict.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
If it's within.
As long as you're like keeping the lights on and still eating, and you
Yeah.
like have a couple bucks to spare, like by all means,
Yeah.
spend your money the way you want to. There's better ways to spend your money, but that's a choice that you can make. And that's a choice that I now make because I realize it's not very frugal. So like, there's like I said, there's like 4 or 5 buttons, and it's like $2 here, $5 here. And I'm like, damn, like this is just out of, like, this is just a game on my phone where I roll imaginary dice on an imaginary Monopoly board. Nothing's real. Everything's made up. Yeah, exactly. And I was off in my own head, and I was like, man, like this could like legitimately develop a problem in like other people or like children. And I'm like, what, like, have I ever fell victim to this? And I was like, Pokemon cards. Yup. Like cosmetics and video games, dude. It's wild. Like just how much shit costs extra on top of what you already paid to do the thing you want to do.
Dude, between like Grand Theft Auto 5, there was a mobile game, Marvel Future Fight.
Wasn't that like their card collecting game?
No, this one was like a different one. This was a different one.
Oh, that's Marvel Snap, right? Is their card
maybe,
one?
yeah. Future Fight, I played I played it for years.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't mind putting a few dollars here and there for it. Cause like when I was working at Sweetwater, like if I'm on a phone, I'm sitting there playing a game.
Just like,
and I'm sitting there playing a game and it's like,
you're still making money.
yeah,
You're like,
but like, I'm also, it's like, I'm enjoying it. I'm playing it for hours a day, whatever. So
while at work.
yeah, right. So, I don't think it's a problem. Like Destiny 2, I'll put a few bucks here and there for like cosmetic stuff or like an expansion. There are some things where it's like, this is stupid. I'm not putting money towards this. Like certain, and then certain games where like DLC, you know, where it's like, okay, here's the main story. We already have 4 DLCs planned. It's like, so you could have just put it in as the whole game.
Yeah, but instead you realize that you could trickle feed it and make $15 extra 4 more times.
Yeah.
Instead of just selling me another game. Bullshit. It's all corporate capitalism.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Speaking of Destiny, because I saw this the other day. For any of our listeners who are into video games, maybe you can, leave us a comment on this too. But I read an article, it was on Reddit, where someone was saying that like Destiny 2, there's a new expansion coming out in February, right? And
of course, after whatever one just came out like 6 months ago.
In February.
Yeah. Have they really turned Destiny into Call of Duty where it's yearly releases?
Well, it's the same game, but it's just a new expansion. But
at
either
least
way,
they're not trying to sell you another $60 game and call it something new. Anyhow, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's more than $60.
Sure.
It's $99. So $99 for the pre-order, right? But you get an exotic gun and you get a bunch of stuff. Which again, so here's my question. People on there were saying that Destiny is now pay to win. Because the gun it's really
probably
good.
Super overpowered.
Right. But so here's the thing. It's like I've played Destiny for a while. I took a little bit of a break, but like I know a lot of the guns that came from like the new seasons or the new expansions, and it's like none of them are game-changing guns, right? Like if you're playing Crucible, like for people who don't know what that is, PvP, player versus player, like there are guns that you get in that game, like just random drops that people will absolutely destroy you with.
Yeah, because they have like a certain mechanic that like if you hit them, it does a damage over time, and it like something weird.
So basically, what I'm saying is like people think that they're commenting saying that it's pay to win now, but like if you go to Crucible, people will still kill you
with something not
a gun, like a random drop gun. Or like if you're playing PvE, like a regular like campaign story mission of the game, if you're just not good, like if your build for your character isn't good, you're still going to die. Well. That gun is not going to make it pay to win.
It makes it easier, but it doesn't make it.
For the right person, it could maybe give you more of an opportunity, but like
a slight advantage.
Yeah, so I'm not a huge fan of microtransactions. I know I've done a few of them here and there, but like I don't know, man. Saying that something's pay to win because it gives you a gun, but it's not going to change the whole game. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I mean, and that's every game is guilty of that too, right? Something gives you a slight competitive advantage because it looks different, or maybe it has a different audio cue. And we're going to lose a lot of people here who don't play games. Are like, what the hell are these dudes talking about? Like other people will be like, oh yeah, no, what they're saying is real. Certain things, audio cues, lighting effects, they give you certain advantages, and it does sometimes make a difference.
On the one gun that I use in Crucible, it's called the Crimson. There's a skin that came out, and it changes the
scope,
the sight on the gun. So like you can see more of the area of play so it absolutely makes it easier.
Yeah.
So like people made videos on YouTube like get the skin now because it makes this gun so like.
Or this, you can only see this much, but with this skin, you can see this much. And you're like, that, I mean, when it comes down to pixels, that makes a
It's a-
difference
it's
of
a
what,
big difference.
whether your team wins or loses. And it sounds meaningless, but like there's people out there making millions of dollars being professional gamers. Like you got to
Or
have the
Twitch streamers
advantages.
playing games and
Speaking of Twitch streaming, would you guys like to watch us stream games? Just throw that out there.
let us know.
I have been maybe itching to stream some here and there, and I saw that you have changed your name on Twitch as well.
I may have.
It would be interesting for us to maybe share that login and just like I play a game, you play a game, but like we like alternate days or something like that. Something we can
We
kick
could also
around.
change it, like Sad Boy Jason, Sad Boy Jim, or something like that. We can make our own Sad Boy games. There's so many ideas in the works.
Midwest Monday night game night, Midwest game night. We can talk about it. What
All
you
the
let us
options.
you let us know what you
All the
what sounds
options.
cool. So that was my note about gambling for children.
Kids, I just imagine like Reed, like a 5-year-old, just at like a blackjack table.
But dude, I mean, yeah, right. Hit me,
Not Pokemon cards, but like just playing blackjack.
like legit blackjack.
yeah,
Where I was, yeah. So like the Pokemon cards was our generation's like gambling addiction, like intro to gambling. Like nowadays, like
Gambling
there's
101.
every franchise has some sort of like mystery toy. Like I heard that there was a big hubbub about, I don't know, the new Paw Patrol mystery egg or whatever.
yeah. They make these little toys. They have them at Walmart. I think Reed's gotten 1 or 2 of them for. I don't remember which show it was for.
But
it-
like, it's-
but like it's like you have
Yeah.
a chance of getting a certain character when you buy the thing and open it.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like $5 each.
Yep.
So it's not a ton of money, but it's enough to where like, okay, we bought 5 of these. We spent $25 on small
And I
plastic
got
toys.
3 of the same one. Like now I'm
Right,
pissed. Yeah.
right.
Like that's bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like that.
But I mean, realistically, he'd play with all of them.
Yeah.
Like he's 5 and he likes getting new toys. So, but yeah, the idea of mystery so
Yup.
mystery gifts. We were talking about Pokemon cards.
yeah.
They literally make mystery boxes for Pokemon cards, right? And you can buy them at like Walgreens or Walmart. So
Well, how does that work? Pokemon cards are inherently mystery boxes
it's even-
by themselves.
no, it's even different.
Okay.
So
how far down to this rabbit hole are we gonna go?
I'm just gonna scratch the surface. So
boy.
there's what is it? MJ Holdings is a company who makes a lot of these,
Uh-huh.
right? So like on the box,
I thought they were made by Wizards, or that's
no,
who
no,
makes
no,
Magic.
that's make no. Well, they used to make Pokemon cards.
Oh.
Up until I think Skyridge the set, and then after that, either way, they have like on the box, it's like a whole bunch of Pokemon cards, and it shows like a pack of like the original like base set with like Charizard on it,
Oh,
first
like the
edition.
original 151s.
Right. So it
Okay.
says like, mystery packs seeded 1 in 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So when you open the box, it might say you're going to get 3 booster packs.
Right.
Right. So your 3 booster packs could be a very modern set, right? That you
Oh.
might pay $4 for a pack. Or it could be a seeded mystery pack, which could be anything older. It's never going to be a first edition base set pack that's
Yeah.
like, thousands and thousands of dollars.
You never
It
know.
might be a set from,
like the fossil set or
like
the rocket set or
well,
whatever.
Even that is so far fetched for these boxes.
Right.
Like, so for example, that Pokerev guy, it's like, okay, 1 in 10 seeded. Cool. I'm going to buy 50 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to open it. I should get 5, right? But so they're like $15-$20 each or something.
Uh-huh.
And you're usually getting like $10-$12 of value.
Oof.
So it's really bad. And a lot of them, it's like, there's ones where they have graded cards.
Uh-huh.
People who don't know, that's a card that you send in to get professionally inspected, to get a condition, like a readout of the condition and the quality, and then it makes it more valuable if it's the higher it's
right.
rated,
It's
right?
usually 1 to 10.
Right. So it'll be like mystery graded card, right?
That-
So you pay $30 or $40 for it, but the card you get is worth
$5. That's so shitty.
and it's like, again, he did this. He does these. He buys them under like a random name.
Yeah.
And so nobody can like, feed him
purposely
like
feed him a good one. Right.
And he'll get like 10 of the same card.
That's so
A card that's like
shitty.
normally like 50 cents, but they get it graded by some company. and it's like, oh, it's graded at a 9. It's like, oh, cool, this is worth $1.40 or something. And so he exposes all these like scam boxes.
That's pretty cool.
But then you do find good ones.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there was one, it was like all Charizards. So he bought like 10 or 20 of them, whatever it was. He actually got some cards that were worth like $500-$600.
Shit.
But
How much did I make last year when I sold my cards? Was that last year? 2 years ago?
two years,
Regardless,
either way,
I think I made like $1,100 selling my cards, which was crazy.
they were just sitting in a binder in
Yep.
your room, in one of your rooms.
And I had I had a 9.5 Shining Gyarados.
Oh, I still wish I could have got one of those shiny.
I
Gyarados
think
from
I
you.
think the 9.5 sold for like $600, which was
it was the
mind blowing.
It was the highest.
It's the highest one I
was the
had. I have a
highest-
picture. I'll
yeah.
find it. Keep talking. Yeah, dude, that was fun though. When we like remember we
Yeah.
like took pictures of them all
We
and I
did.
got them on eBay and everything. That was
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, I've sent a few cards off to get graded through AGS. They use AI to grade everything.
Oh, so it like measures like in millimeters,
it
like
does
all that
full
shit.
scans of the front and back of your card.
That's
and then
sick.
it can measure everything, so like it's literally perfect. Whereas companies like Beckett and PSA, CGC, it's people looking at them with their own eyes. So everyone has different opinions on
what is
they
good.
consider a 10 or a 9 or whatever it is. And AGS, it's all automated. So like you see a bunch of videos they post on like Facebook or Instagram where it's like, oh, we're going to take this 9.5 PSA card and see what it really is. And it's like, oh, it's an AGS 8.
I found it. My Shining Gyarados was an 8.5 and I sold it for $425.
Dang. I really wish I could have bought one of those Shining Gyarados from you. Those are so cool.
That's right. My other one was only a 4.5 and that
taking
one
it.
still sold for $160.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
that
sense.
still bummed that my Charizard was only a 6, but I digest.
You still got a bunch of cards you could send to get graded or
Yeah, but my CGC membership ran
No, dude,
out.
don't just use AGS.
Yeah,
Either way.
I'm
Grading-
not going to spend money to get those things graded and then they sell for $50. Like, it is what it is.
Grading cards is cool. I have a.
It
I
was
have-
fun. I'm over it.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. I think it's cool. But yeah, mystery boxes are a wild concept and usually just a pretty big scam.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. And it's crazy that just like how is it that like that shit flies in video games and it doesn't fly in other countries? Remember like loot boxes had to get removed from I think it was Rocket League and
Overwatch. I remember that one.
Cuz like or maybe it wasn't Overwatch, but I know in Rocket League it was huge in another country that like it was gambling and they like shut that shit down. But like those toys can continue to get made. I assume that those are not allowed to be sold in these other countries, but like how can you legally market
Yeah.
if children can't go buy lottery tickets, which is the same thing? Why are children allowed to go buy Pokemon cards or these mystery Paw Patrol eggs or these what was the one that Megan's nibblings were really into? It was the they were little pink eggs and they were like little girl dolls, like not brats, but they were something like that. And they were loot box mystery eggs and like Megan had to buy like 4 or 5 of them for her nibblings for Christmas, and it was like, this is just gambling for children and it's been around for so long. Like, how is it still legal? I don't get it. It's wild.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. It's as somebody who has done a lot of that with Pokemon cards.
Yeah, like
I
I'm not here to shame anyone who
Yeah.
if that's your hobby and it is within your means, you are allowed to spend your money as you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though if you have to make a sacrifice between keeping the lights on, putting food on the table, and buying some Pokemon cards, and you choose the Pokemon cards, you need to reevaluate your life decisions, your priorities, whatever. That's just my 10 cents.
Yeah.
That you didn't ask
Pretty
for.
fair though. Pretty fair.
I feel like that's not a hot take. That's a fair assumption. That's just my 10 cents.
It's not as hot of a take as the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. Next on the chopping block, I'm coming for you, Lord of the Rings.
Ooh, I've got some opinions.
Yeah, I've never seen them, and I've been told that they're good, and I've been told that I will like them more than the Harry Potter. But again, that's also just hyping it up for it to be a colossal letdown.
I will wait to share my opinions
Yes,
with you.
right.
Yeah.
Write them down so you don't forget them.
Oh, trust me, it won't be hard.
Because I hope that my coworker chooses to watch Star Wars, and because I've seen all the Star Wars. Now I'm not a Star Wars stan. I don't claim that like Star Wars is the greatest movie franchise of all time. Like Star Wars is good. It's all right.
Yeah.
There are Star Wars movies that are ass. I'm looking at you, Episode 1. Like,
Ooh, I love that one.
what? Hold on.
So, okay.
Are you a big Jar Jar fan?
No, I am a fan of. So, okay, for example, superhero movies.
Right.
I will pretty much like any of them because I love the concept of superheroes.
Right. Metahumans. Yeah.
Right, all that kind of stuff.
I'm
But even episode 1, like I was probably what, 10 when that movie came out? 2000, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Mid
so
2000s.
I was like
yeah.
10 either way.
Yeah.
That was my first experience with Star Wars. And
Oh, see, I had watched the originals.
I had. So like I thought it was fine. I liked the idea of lightsabers. Darth Maul was a badass.
Oh yeah, with his
like,
little dual saber.
dude was gone too soon, you know? Never forget.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't even make it out of the second movie, right? Is it the
First
one?
movie.
Oh, he eats it in the first. Spoilers. He eats it in the first one.
Yeah. Gets
I thought he at least
right in half and
and then falls down. Yeah,
falls down
I
the pit.
definitely thought that was in episode 2, but I also
No, 2
choose
was
not to
the Clone Wars.
acknowledge the. Yeah, I choose not to acknowledge the prequels.
Yeah, I like them. I don't care what anyone says. I like the prequels. I think so. It's just because I just like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So like,
Right, yes.
right. Like I'm not somebody who's like, oh, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the best ones ever. Like I just like Star Wars in general. So
I
like,
do think 4, 5, and 6 have better storylines. I wouldn't say that they're like I mean, they are arguably the best ones, but you're right.
So in that time when they were making those
Yeah.
movies, you still really had to focus on story. Nowadays, like you got
If your
some really cool
visuals look
visual
good,
effects,
yeah.
right? But like, I mean, but to be fair,
To be fair.
those movies for that time, that was totally wild.
Oh yeah, it was
and different,
earth shaking.
Yeah,
right.
like so, they're still good compared to modern.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. I mean, it doesn't really hold up the same.
Yeah.
but it's still really, really good.
You're trying to compare apples to oranges. Like
Right,
they're both
but,
fruit.
but that's what I'm saying is like they had to focus more on story back then, so
Yeah.
that's probably why.
That's fair.
You know, but I liked the prequels. I liked the sequels. I liked 7, 8, and 9. I thought they were fine. Like,
Oh man, do I have something aggressive to say about the last one? We'll save that for another time.
we'll talk about movies again.
How? I almost said it.
No, do it. Let's hear
How
it.
the fuck you gonna call the last one Rise of Skywalker, and then the fucking actual Skywalker isn't even the main character? Oh my god, she's Emperor Palpatine's niece. There is a Skywalker in the main story. He is literally Leia's son, and he's not the one that you're gonna focus on? Change the title of the fucking movie. I'm sorry, it's not right. She's not a Skywalker. Why the fuck is the movie about her? She's not a Skywalker. I'm sorry, spoilers for everybody who hasn't seen Star
It's been
Wars.
long enough.
That's the most recent one, so like I don't think
It's
been
still been 3 years.
You're right. Spoilers ahead for everybody. Well, behind for everybody. Anyhow, so like I'm not a Star Wars stan. I think Star Wars is really good. I personally like 4, 5, and 6 the best. We've talked that you are a mega DC fan. I'm more of a Marvel fanboy. I'm not saying that Marvel's
like 'em both.
better. I like them all. And I made this comparison earlier that I was like, the ending to Harry Potter was like kind of underwhelming. And I was like, and they were like, yeah, like all of his friends and his family show up. And I was like, okay, but they did nothing.
Yeah.
Like him and Voldemort go at it, and that's the end. I was like, now compare that to Marvel Endgame, right? It's the big bad guy.
Yeah.
And it's the core 5 or 6 Avengers, but then the whole squad shows up, and it's like a 15 to 20 minute battle scene. Every Avenger gets a part. Every Avenger has some sort of hand in contributing to the overall victory.
Yep.
And then there's one main character who does a very selfless act to end it all. I'm not going to spoil that because that is one of the movies that you should actually go see and watch. It is amazing. But like, it just felt so... Harry Potter felt so underwhelming for the end that they led up to, and it was like Voldemort is the biggest, baddest guy, and then it was just like over. I was like, what?
Yeah. That is fair.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about like the Marvel movies that initial like Thanos character introduced, built up over quite a few years, and then you have Infinity War.
Yeah, and then like he actually smokes some of the Avengers. You're like, oh shit, this dude's like for real.
They have a way of creating characters, telling a story, and then making it pay off well. I mean, building insane anticipation. It was what, a year between Infinity War and Endgame?
Yeah, it was a long time too.
They have a way of building up all of that and then making it pay off. Because you're right, at the very end, that selfless moment,
man,
everybody in that theater is just like,
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah. It was arguably one of the best movies ever. And I will say that.
Yeah.
That movie is really good.
Both of those together, just top tier.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I want DC to have that because I want to like DC. Not that I don't like DC, I just like Marvel more. I want DC to have its comeuppance and be legitimately able to compete with Marvel in terms of like, oh my God, those are some of the best superhero movies.
I think this is where it's going to go because now James Gunn is in control of it.
True.
Everybody loved the Guardians movies.
Uh-huh.
Clearly, he knows how to create characters.
Did he do Ragnarok? I don't think he did Ragnarok.
No.
Okay.
No, but he did all the Guardians movies.
Yep.
So like, that's the person who's in control of DC now. Mm-hmm. He's going to do a really good job.
I hope so.
I saw the first movie that's technically part of it.
Was that Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle, and it was good.
I heard it was good. I wanted to go see it. I just didn't go see it.
I will say, I'm not going to do any spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen it yet, but George Lopez is in it.
Yeah.
George Lopez still, to this day, so funny.
Yeah.
Like, favorite, like, even outside of, like, the main character, Jaime Reyes, like, no. His uncle, Rudy, I think was his name, George Lopez's character, the best character in the whole movie.
Does he put the backpack on, carry the film?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of the main character, he carries the whole film. He's so fun. And apparently, James Gunn even praised George Lopez for his performance.
Sick.
So like, it's just so good. So I think it's going to go in that direction. It's going to be in a better direction.
Hold on, real quick. Is there a slow-mo scene where George Lopez like comes up from the bottom of the camera and it's like beep, 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 like he's jumping on a trampoline?
Yeah, dude, I loved that show.
Dude,
it was so good.
Remember when you fell asleep on the couch with Nickelodeon on and you'd wake up at like 4 in the morning?
George Lopez is
all my friends grab a low rider.
Dude, I love that show. It was so good.
What was the other commercial that you would wake up to? This is the collection of the top 50 love songs, and it's always Michael Bolton. Tell me how am I supposed to live without you? Or
that's definitely going on TikTok. Just saying.
Hey, I'm here for it. Michael Bolton, we want you on the show.
Michael Bolton.
That was my Lonely Island.
Lonely Island.
Yeah. Michael Bolton, we'd love to have you on the show.
Oh
man, I'm just getting all nostalgic for 90s commercials. Man, what were we talking about? DC, Blue Beetle. Yeah,
Blue Beetle,
great.
yeah.
I do want to see it. I will probably watch it when it hits
It's
HBO.
good. It's good. Yeah.
Probably won't go see it. I did. Have you, other than Blue Beetle, what have you seen any other movies recently? Since we're on the subject of movies,
not that I remember. Not that I remember being awake for.
True. Recently, this previous Sunday, last week for everybody, was National Cinema Day, and movie tickets were only $4.
Oh.
So Megan and I scooped up 2 tickets to go see the new Ninja Turtles movie.
Ooh, not that good, huh?
It was okay. It was I feel like the target audience was not 30-year-old dudes. It was 16, 17-year-old high school kids whose first introductions to the Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The storyline, very compelling, not directed at middle-aged dudes. It very much, it's telling of the younger turtles and where they came from. It's kind of like almost like an origin story, really. So it kind of like resets, or what do they call it? Retcon. They retcons the whole Ninja Turtles like cinema universe. The storyline is about the teenage Ninja Turtles getting to high school for the first time. And like being
different.
accepted into the real world amongst humans.
That's kind of cool.
It is, in my opinion, it is a metaphor for racism, but it's very tactfully done. It's good. It's, in terms of like a comedy Ninja Turtle movie, I don't think that's what it was meant to be, but what it was meant to be, it does well.
So if you had to pick one movie, Ninja Turtles
Also, I saw Barbie.
or Barbie.
I saw Barbie. Well, Nate was here, so a week ago. Oh man, I'd watch Barbie again before I'd watch Ninja Turtles again.
Barbie was
Barbie
that good,
was. Have you seen it?
No. I have a kid. I don't get to go to movies often.
Dog. Barbie was good. And the whole message is telling men that they're ass and we treat women like shit. And we totally do. We as in men, not we as in me and Jason. We as in men treat women like shit. And we really do owe them an apology. So, take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't understand the people who are getting all super butthurt about it. It's like, oh, we have all kinds of movies that are super impressive superhero dudes telling other dudes to be better dudes. But now there's a movie about a girl or a bunch of girls telling other girls to be better girls or how to be better girls. And everybody gets all shitty about it. Like, what the fuck? What kind of double standard bullshit is that? So I highly recommend Barbie. I see a lot of movies.
Old boomers like, don't give them any ideas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably who got the most pissed about it was like old dudes who were just like, oh, you're telling me I've been trashed to women my entire life and a woman's place isn't in the kitchen and she's not meant to bend the knee at my every beck and call? How fucking dare you?
How dare you tell a woman she's not an object?
Yeah, right. Ryan Gosling, though, absolutely kills it as Ken, though.
I mean, just from the commercials alone, I don't doubt that one
Dude,
bit.
there's a whole, like, West Side snap dancing fight scene where they're doing like choreographed fight dancing. It's really good. It's so good. I would actually go see Barbie again because it's that good. I'd pay full price again.
I know nothing else about it, but I did see a shirt online, like one of those Facebook targeted ads, and it had a picture of Ken, like Ryan Gosling Ken, holding his arms up like Goku, saying, lend me your Kenergy or something.
Yes.
I thought it was so
that's
good.
Not in the movie, but that's great.
I was like, man, I'd buy that.
That's not in the movie, but that is fantastic. Michael Cera's in it. He's great as Alan. Margot Robbie fucking kills it.
She's good in everything
dude.
she does.
What's Amy from Superstore? Is that America Ferrera? She kills it. John Cena's in it. Spoilers.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, John Cena's in it.
I need to go see it now.
I recommend it.
John Cena's
dude,
in
even
it.
as a dude, like it's just a good movie. And there's
You were trying to go see Barbie with me?
shit. I might. Fuck it, let's do it.
Dude, I'll go see Barbie with you.
I think it would be fun for you and Taylor to go see it together, but I'll go see it with you. I bet you we could talk Megan and go seeing it again. 4 of us could go see it. A little day date.
That does sound good.
And you find some babysitter for the small one, and we can go have a day date.
That does sound good.
Dog, I think it's time we wrap this one up.
It is time. We talked about Barbie. We talked about movies. We talked about so many things.
My back hurts from sitting up straight like a normal human
trying to
being
have a good
instead of like
posture and
the slouching gremlin that I am when I sit at my computer chair and I play video games and I'm just
mode.
like,
yeah.
now I actually like I have good posture and I'm like sitting up so I like look normal. My back hurts from sitting regular.
Yeah, it's painful. But either way, back pain aside, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it very much.
Tell us what movies you recently liked, or what movies you think we should give another watch, or what movies
give us recommendations
that you like that are underrated in society's eyes. I'd love to watch. Clearly, I like watching movies.
You know, we're gonna put a poll in the Spotify.
You know what?
Time.
First Spotify poll. Here we go.
we're gonna put a
What's the poll?
poll up, and it's gonna be something about movies. We'll come up with it, and it's gonna be whenever you click on the episode. Is the first
in the
thing
show
come up.
notes. I don't know how Spotify
so
video
whenever
works.
you click on the episode,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes up is just going to show the poll,
Oh.
so people can instantly vote.
Yeah,
so on Spotify,
do that.
take the poll.
Yeah,
It's
do
going to be a
that.
good time.
Well, I mean, I think that's been your midweek Sad Boy update. Oh man, it
Midweek
feels
Sad
so
Boy.
good.
Dude, you
It
did
only
it
took us
so-
16.
you do it so good.
16 times to get it right. It just
Midweek
flows up.
Sad Boy update.
Yeah. You know what? We'll have to come on strong with 3 How Not to Be
We
a
didn't do
Dicks
it again
next
this week. Yeah, next week's episode is just a whole episode of how not to be a dick.
Say less. I'm here for it. I'll start writing shit down now. Let's see. What do we have coming up in this next week? Anything fun? It's a 3-day weekend. Are you off on Monday?
No, because of my union in seniority, I have to work on Monday.
Everybody just doesn't get it off?
Nope.
That sucks.
Yeah, my union's doing so much for me.
Oof. I'm sure that in the event that the company decided to stop paying you, your union would fight on your behalf. Anyhow,
We'll find out.
you tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Tune in next month, Ron. Okay.
All right. So again, that's been your midweek Sad Boys update. Oh,
Yeah. Like,
thanks.
follow, subscribe, do all the things. And thank you so much for checking out the video.
I need to get more tattoos.
And,
Look at how barren my arms
dude,
are.
me
Like,
too.
oh my gosh.
Let's get some tattoos together too.
Oh man.
Barbie and tattoo date.
Dude, we should just get the Midwest Sad Boys logo.
Right on the
Full
chest.
spread on the chest.
Oh.
I'm not doing that. I will
Yeah.
get the logo though. It is a cool logo.
I'll do a logo.
Find out next week.
Okay,
It's not going to
bye.
be next week. We're not getting tattoos next week, but maybe soon. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Stay sad, y'all.